Good morning.
Привет.
From Kyrgyzstan. To be more specific, from Osh in Kyrgyzstan in the south. It's quite a move away from Europe to this country. We've just led a photography trip and we are now here with our bikes, as you can see, right under the Lenin statue in the city of Osh. We are going to explore a region south of here which we discovered on a bicycle tour back in 2018, the episodes of which you can find on this YouTube channel. It's called the Chong-Alay Valley and we've had a crush for it ever since we found it. And now we developed a loop route that we're going to try and scout out, see if it's good to make something official out of it. From Osh to Chong-Alay and then back to Osh.
Yeah. So most of the people get to this Chong-Alay Valley on the M41, which is an asphalted route, and it's the route we took in 2018. But the Chong-Alay Valley is in between two mountain ranges, the Chong-Alay Mountains and the Pamir Mountains, and we're just very curious to see if we can get to the valley through the mountains. So this loop we developed of 560 kilometers and about 11,000 meters of climb will take us to the valley, hopefully, and back.
Yeah, let's see. Even the locals don't know this mountain range very well that we're going to cross. So we'll see. You can watch along in this video, see how it goes. Just want to point out that the scouting trip logistics for recording a video like this are slightly different right now because we haven't done a wild long trip like this one since back in 2019. So I'm gonna try and film every single day a little bit and just give you sort of an impression of this route rather than the very detailed, you know, every moment of the day kind of videos that I was doing back in Europe on the smaller, more compact routes. So keep that in mind while you watch. There's a few other notes. First of all, we should talk about the CBT Tajikistan permit.
Oh yeah, so this region is very close to Tajikistan, and since 2019 they're asking for a border permit. Yeah. It is unclear where is the line where you actually need the permit, but you can get those permits easily through the CBT in Osh. You can find their email online on their website, and it usually takes about 3 or 4 weeks to get the permit. You need it to pick it up physically. But yeah, just take it just in case there might be a guard and they might ask for it.
Exactly, could just so happen. The other note is that we have stayed at the Ryan Hotel here in town. It's an excellent hotel to start and finish this loop. We've stayed there already a few times over the years and we always enjoy the bike friendliness and the food and just the general service. It's a nice hotel with good prices, so we recommend that highly. And the other note, lastly, is to watch the Geography Now video on Kyrgyzstan. You might be familiar with the channel. It introduces you to every country in the world in alphabetical order, and the Kyrgyzstan video is loaded with information, so you should take a look at that before visiting this country. Without further ado, I think time to start cycling. Back on the road. Here we go. Hello. Here to do a journey by bike. So it's time for a little recap. It's day 2 now, and as you could see in the video, it's been dusty, hot, sweaty, and full of very friendly people. We've crossed a highly urbanized zone on our way to Uskordgon. And actually, here's the map. I'll pull it up for you so you can see it in detail from a computer screenshot. This is the loop that we're going to do in the coming weeks, is what we estimate, since I didn't take you through the actual loop that we were going to do. So you can see that it's sort of built into 4 sections, and the first is now completed, Osh to Uskordgon. Second session is Uskordgon to
Iskileshme.
Yeah, Iskileshme, the Rudkordgon area. So that's the big mountain pass that we're climbing over the next 3 days, most likely. Then the third section is the Alay Valley. It's going to be beautiful, so can't wait to show you. And the fourth section is going to be 2 passes that we have never cycled before, but that have been highly recommended to us, and the way down to Osh. So now that you know that, maybe B, you want to share your thoughts on today and like the start of this loop and what you should do and like what your options are?
Well, the first stretch is about 100 kilometers between Osh and Uskordgon, which you can do, if you want to skip, you can do by taxi. It would be about $30. And if you're speedy, you can do it in 1 day. If you're slow like us, then 2 days is good, a day and a half. But we did cross a couple nice stretches, although mostly you'll be just crossing towns and villages and sometimes big roads. People are super friendly. They'll ask you, you're tourist, they'll give you a lot of support, like a lot of gratefulness, maybe some gifts.
Yeah, like watermelon, peaches,
Yeah.
ice cream, cold Coke. People have been just wonderful here. I think it's a byproduct of this region not being so touristic. There's not many cyclists, and we hope to change that with this route, so that if you come cycle, you know, there's more recognition for cyclists, and the friendliness keeps coming. Now it's time to rest, cook,
Yes.
and camp.
Maybe shower.
Maybe. Oh, it works, huh? Now we wait.
No, Tajikistan, no. Rudkordgon, Tulparkul, Sarimogul, Gulcha.
Gulcha.
No, Osh.
Osh.
Like,
The Olympic na ida. The Olympic na.
Lenin Pig. Yeah. Sulu.
Sulu.
Okay.
Sulu Sulu.
Sulu, sulu.
After that increasingly beautiful canyon that we've just cycled through, we've come to a point where there's this big gate, and we think that it's the start of some kind of national park. There's a lot of signs that say prohibit to make fires and to chop wood and those kind of things. And there's a big snow leopard and Marco Polo sheep photo on the gate. So guessing it's a park. Also, just over there by the fence, there's actually an open spot that you can just bring your bike through. So even if the gate is locked, you can still pass through this and keep on going towards the pass. So let's go. Okay,
So,
there you go. This
it's
time,
good, man.
this time it's Chinese 5 spice. And more tomato sauce. Now all the tomato sauce is gone.
It's good. It had to go.
right up.
Yeah. Yes, he's gonna go freshen up with icy water.
I think I'll join you on the freshening up. It's a really good shape today. All the disgusting stuff. So this night was a rough night because I had the pleasure of seeing the moon and the stars and the mountains being lit up by them while I was puking my brains out 3 times, 4 times. Sorry.
It's okay, it happens. We don't know why. We don't know. We eat the same.
Drink the same.
He's been taking altitude pills, so
Yeah.
we don't know why it happens.
If you do attempt this pass, which by the way is almost over, we have about 15 switchbacks to do and that's it, then do think of height medication, and yeah, just generally the rule we use with water is the higher we go, the more glacial it becomes, the less we feel the need to filter, and it clearly hasn't done anything with you, so
So we don't think into the water.
I think it's height related with me. There's something with me and heights.
Yeah. Well, we're hitting today 3,800, so
Yeah, and then going down to 2,500 to the Route Gorgon, or at least that's the goal.
nice.
So,
Also, we have a blissful morning.
yes.
Great weather.
Oh,
It's cold here, huh?
have some water.
Mm.
Mm. The guy on the horse was the same guy that was driving here by car. So for the last 2 nights we've stayed at this guest house in Darut Gorgon. It's a guest house called the Akbata, to rest up from my vomiting affair in the mountains. We've been able to wash our clothes here. It's been nice to get all the dust off. We've been able to actually see how some of the local food here is created. They have sort of a kitchen where they like to show visitors how they cook. So that's been super nice. And we decided to integrate this guest house into the loop that we're riding, so that we support a bit of the local economy here. The reason being that the woman who owns this guest house is part of a larger group of women who make handicrafts, Kyrgyz handicrafts, that you can purchase in the country. And so, yeah, there
Got
you go.
this one as a gift.
Little handmade bracelet. So we like the atmosphere of this place, and also, you know, just being able to support it. And we recommend it for a nice rest when you're cycling this loop.
Yeah, the guest house is $15 per person per night, or 1,200 som, which is including the night, and it's also including dinner and breakfast. In our case, we also got a lunch and a random afternoon snack.
Yeah.
So this is the standard price generally in guest houses of the country.
Yeah.
This one was also very nice because we did have electricity, we had a sort of working decent Wi-Fi, and there was some sort of hot water with a bit of pressure, which is already like a miracle in this part of Kyrgyzstan.
Exactly.
So it was a very nice experience. It's also very homey, it's close, the kids are just running around.
Yeah, and there's magazines in the area, so you can just walk down the street, get your groceries and get going, which is what we're gonna do now.
Yeah.
Just one final tip, if you stay here, stay in room 8. Request room 8 because it has a private bathroom, and that's a real luxury to have here, and comes at the same price.
Yeah.
So that's
Room 8.
great. Room 8, don't forget. Alright, let's go. Nice, some fresh water. Oh,
Oh, this is so dirty.
let's get that screeching sound out of here. No motor. Only these. little bit on top.
I would say like this and then close it a little bit. Okay.
That's enough?
It's gonna go out otherwise.
It's gonna leak big time.
Yeah. It has to be like a burrito.
So as you can see from the footage of these past 3 days, which we've been spending cycling the Alay Valley, it's been a tough patch. The river crossings on this southern side of the valley, in which we've tried to find a doable gravel route rather than taking the asphalt road on the north of the valley, they posed a considerable challenge and risk.
Life-threatening risk.
Yeah. So, well, you've seen the footage. It's a bit all over the place, and we are now in Tulpadkul, or near Tulpadkul Lakes, at the foot of Peak Lenin, and we just thought we'd give you a quick rundown on phase 2, this cycling the Alay Valley that has just passed. So
yeah, well, once we upload the files, you'll be able to access them down in the description. They'll be finalized, they'll be polished, so they won't be putting you through the risky, life-threatening river crossings.
Right. You can always choose to do so if you wish to be really hardcore.
Just bring sandals, because it hurts, right?
It hurts,
He's
yeah.
crossing them without sandals.
Yeah, I didn't have sandals.
But well, tomorrow we're gonna cycle down to Sarimogul, that's the end of phase 2, which is the Alay Valley, and after that we enter phase 3, which is crossing the Alay Mountains again.
Back to Osh.
Yeah, and we're now gonna get some rest.
Yeah,
we're
as
destroyed.
You've seen, we've eaten, we've taken some nice pictures in this area. Tulpadkul and this Lenin Peak sort of area, it's all in the route, and it's so worth the final push. Climb up to this place, because I mean, as you can see, the sunset here is just incredible.
just do it better than us and arrive early in the morning so that you can actually enjoy the place properly.
Yeah, exactly. Or stay in the yurt camp nearby.
Yeah.
We'll show that tomorrow in the video. Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Lenin.
Good night.
Is that really him though? Is it more like good night?